Hey guys, Warriorcraft here, YouTube. I apologize, gals, for not including you. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, as I said in the last video, this is part 3 of the long-term sustainability bug-out system. I have a video where you reviewed this little pack when I'm out in the country at my bug-out location. What's in it when it was there, now what's in it when I filled it up. The pen flashlight, which you've seen, it's pretty bright. Sorry for blinding you. 2 feathers. They're black, so but I can use these to make an arrow. An arrow, it's just one. Folding blade. Instead of the old World War I or World War II high carbon blade that I had in there, because I left that blade in my country house. It's a blade for over there. I don't like to haul a lot of blades back and forth. Electrical tape. The CD turned into signaling mirror. And a new snazzy lighter. Friend gave me that. Super glue. Rolling tobacco. Duct tape. Some paracord. And some painkillers. That's everything in this front. The super glue is still in its box because I can use this to start a fire, and I don't have to worry about it leaking all over the place if I had used it. So that's everything in the front 2 pouches and this little side pouch here. Now I'm just packing it up so I don't have stuff spilled all over the bed because I want to move through this video really fast. Some things that I gathered, yeah. Some fresh rosemary. I don't know if you can, yeah, there you go. It smells fantastic, and it has quite a few uses. I added a fishing kit. This is 100 meters of 2630 pound test Japanese hunting line. These are high carbon, chemically sharpened 20-piece small hooks. 5-0 high carbon, chemically sharpened 5-piece big hooks. And that's my small fish. And these multiple, it's like a little basket with multiple hooks at the end of it. I don't know if you can see the little drawing there. So you can catch, it has 7 hooks at the end of each. This gives you the ability to catch 14 fish at the same time. So I added that. It's a small fishing kit. I found that in town. This here still is just an empty container in which I have some Hard Rock candy. These old school mint Hard Rock candy. They're pretty tasty. I think they're just pure sugar. But this container, I can put anything in it. Anything I want spilling. And this is what I carry around my neck when I'm walking around the woods, carrying stuff, as I mentioned. Collecting stuff. If you haven't seen this video, it's really short. And this in here is some really dry wood that will spark any fire really fast. Like, this stuff will burn really easy, really fast. It's not fat wood, but I don't need fat wood really for right now. Not in this kit. A small blade, just a backup blade. It's stainless steel. It's not thick at all. It's really thin. But it's mostly for food processing. I don't need it to be anything better. Tissues. Working pencil. In here is some tinder that I collected in the woods. And it's basically dry plants of all kinds. Now this is full of all kinds of oils, and that stuff will burn. And in here is an empty container with my writing block in it, Post-its. And that's everything that's in this small thing here. I'm just gonna pack it up really fast so I can move on with the rest of the stuff. I apologize for the time wasted on repacking, but it'll make everything a lot simpler and faster for me, because I have to repack all this. But the truth is, if you can completely unpack and repack anything that's part of your EDC or your survival kit or even your camping kit, because you know sometimes when you're just camping and having a good time, some jackass manages to impale himself in the leg with some kind of sharp object, and all of a sudden, yeah, we're having fun. You know, somebody took mushrooms, and it's a nightmare all of a sudden because your buddy managed to impale himself. That's everything that's in this little bag. Little bag. And yeah, so even in a camping trip, when you have your gear packed up, you want it to be easily accessible so you can get to everything you want. And now I'm gonna do the EDC finally. I'm currently filming with my laptop, which is currently running out of battery. So my laptop goes in here in the big compartment, and this is the charger port. And now I have juice. I apologize for that. Alright, so that's one thing that's not in here because, well, that's supposed to be in there, but it was charged. My EDC. This is a audio bag. I got it in Korea from, I won't say who. It's got quite a few compartments. It's really strong material. I don't know what it is, but it is waterproof. And it's not okay. It's waterproof to a certain degree because I've been in a really bad deluge and I was out in pouring rain, like non-stop rain for about 3 hours, and things inside were starting to get a little moist. Nothing got wet, but it was starting to get moist. So in most rainy situations, if you're not in the rainforest, this is an awesome pack if you want to let water through. It's got one big pocket here on the side. It's got a pocket on the bottom. It's got a pocket in here. It's got a bunch of little pockets in there to organize stuff. It's got a hanging pocket in here, which is great because you can access it from the outside and get whatever you need, your snacks or food. It's got a audio MP3 or whatever you want pocket in here with a hole for your earphones. It's got this laptop compartment back here, but I can also use it for, I've used it because I just leave it open a little bit, just a tiny bit, for my camel pack hose, and it works fine for a camel pack as well. It's really comfortable, it's really well made, so I love it. And that's my EDC, and I pretty much never go anywhere without it. Part of my EDC is my phone. It's not in this backpack because it's always on me, or I have actually a little cell phone holder. As soon as I get home, I put it there. As soon as I get home, I put my wallet in the place where my wallet goes, along with my license and my keys and everything. I know where everything is in my house. I never leave stuff just randomly lying around because I want to be prepared just in case I need to run. I know where everything is. I get it, and I get out. So I recommend you do the same thing, and everybody else says the same thing. Know where your stuff is. I apologize. I went to get a cigarette, I'll confess. I'm going to smoke and screen again. Well, you won't see me smoking, but you'll hear me smoking. Yeah, so this is my EDC, and it's always on me. First, my cell phone, tablet, and it can charge another thing. I don't know what the third jack is for, but one charges my cell phone, one charges my tablet. 5.7 volts, 5 volts, 2 amps. I can also use this cord for my solar charger to charge my tablet and my phone, and my solar charger is in my other ops bag, which I'll review later. A bunch of pens and pencils and felt pens, because I'm a writer by profession, as I mentioned. Well, maybe not yet, but I will be mentioning it in the introduction video, which still has to be done. So I carry a lot of pens so I can write. This is not primarily a survival kit or anything. This is just, it does have survival capabilities, but you'll see what I'm talking about. My tablet, it is a paid-for service, but it's cheap, and I always pay my bill. Well, not always, but I do have constantly working GPS. I can connect to any wireless anywhere I want, as long as I know the password. The passwords are kind of easy to guess. The battery can last really long if you turn it off every time you're not using it. Turn it off instead of put it to sleep. It can last for 5-6 days. I've tested it, how long I've managed to keep it working, so I need a book. I read something for 2-3 hours, but I turn the screen brightness down. I don't have live wallpaper, and as soon as I'm done reading after 2 hours, I shut it off. And I'll have power for 30 hours if you shut it off completely, and then have to wait, you know, the 3, 4, 5 minutes it takes it to start again. So it has a lot of maps in there. It has a lot of survival manuals, a buttload of survival manuals that are put on there, and a lot of other applications and information. Mostly information. There's a lot of information in there. 16 gigabytes of information. No, I apologize. 8 gigabytes of information. And other useless stuff, of course. And it has a lot of entertainment as well. And that's important. You have something to entertain you in the wood. And my laptop also has a solar charger. I have a Lenovo i3 something laptop. I have a lot of video games on it. I have a lot of movies. I have a lot of entertainment. I can entertain myself even if I'm alone. I won't go insane. I don't have, like I said, I don't have to live like the 19th century. That was everything in the front pocket. The tablet goes in there. Now in the just laying around. First is this. This is a small first aid kit. It's got one female hygiene product as a blood stopper, some muscle relaxing painkillers, one band-aid, some fever reducing drug with some analgesic, a little bit of analgesic to it, vitamin C. It's for about 4 days of vitamin C, and more painkillers, which I mentioned before, these golden ones. If you've seen my bug out survival belt, these are really good. Their active ingredient is codeine and something else that I don't know what's it called in English, because the names of drugs differ from continent to continent, market to market. And I live in a country where medications actually, some stuff is very cheap, so making your own. So this is just your tiny, making your own first aid kit is really cheap. I never finished the sentence to start. I apologize for that. So yeah, this is a really small first, not even a first aid, like a boo-boo. If there is one not so bad laceration or something that is bleeding a lot, but it's nothing serious, I can put the maxi pad on there and it'll stop direct pressure. Tied with my t-shirt, it'll stop the bleeding. If someone has a small boo-boo or a blister, I can give them the band-aid. If someone has a headache, or a really bad migraine, I can give them the muscle relaxant for the really bad migraine, just a tiny bit of it and a few painkillers, and it'll take the pain away. It should work. It worked a few times on some people I know. And another one of these MP3 players, which I have one of these in my EDC, and I have one in my survival bug out belt. I keep switching them around because in one, the ear jack is broken, only one earphone, and any earphones work. But still, this gives you like 24 or 48 hours on one AAA battery, 2 gigabytes. They were really cheap, so I bought two. One is in my bug out belt, one is in my EDC. Yeah. Then another pair of anti-cut SWAT gloves. Uh, I used to have one pair used to be on my bug out survival belt, but they're not there anymore. Now I just have some sports rubber gloves that are pretty good for shooting. These I keep in my EDC just in case I need uh, ever confront someone with a edged weapon. This gives me great capability. These are pretty indestructible with slashes. No one can cut you. They can stab through your hand, uh, but they can't cut you. No way, no how. So you can grab his weapon and close quarter. But I talked about knife fighting. It's an art. It's very dangerous. Uh, one of these blades, just the back weapon. It's a weapon I can carry. No cop is gonna give me crap for this. For any other blade, they will give me crap, but for this I can get away. This I can carry around anywhere, and it does give me some capability to defend myself and to cut stuff to use it as a tool. Really cheap knee brace because my knee has started being a little funky sometimes when I'm carrying a lot of gear. It doesn't pop right back into place. Some wet wipes, tissues, CD that I had to give to my girlfriend, and two pairs of extra shoelaces for my boots. Mini calculator, just in case you need to calculate something and your brain's not doing that hot. Calculator, solar powered with a pencil. Pen, I apologize. Uh, that's everything in this back pocket here. The farthest back, and this one here. Then in the front pocket, one of the front small pockets over here, this one, I have AA batteries for my HM radio, and my ham radio. I have another worldwide. I'll show you that radio. It's really good. Something I got also in Korea. I got a lot of my good stuff in Korea. Chewing gum, 2 pellets left over. AAA batteries, 4 of them lithium, both of these cheap knockoffs. 2 USBs, 2 gigabytes each for more information storing that I can read on my laptop, and 2 of these memory cards, micro SDs. And that's everything in that front pocket. And here I just have one of these cheap pen lights, a worker, one of these big pencils that are for construction work, and 3 pens. And that's everything in this front pocket, this big. I'm not going to pull out the pens and the pencils. That's everything in this front pocket. I'm running a little short on time, so I'm going to cut this video here, and I will do the side pockets next time. I'll see you guys then.